This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Heat relief. Halifax gets federal funding for park cooling stations to fight extreme temperatures. Miracle Grain. A trendy new wheat is being studied for climate change potential here in the Maritimes. And Healing Legacy. Nursing alumni bring a new garden to Aberdeen Hospital, honoring the site's medical history.
Great conditions for today's partial solar eclipse. Tomorrow, not necessarily the case. We'll be looking at unsettled conditions through the second half of the day. What does that mean for the rest of the week? How's the weekend shaping up? I'll have answers to those questions. Your full forecast is just ahead.
Good evening. Finding water on a hot day in Halifax will soon be a lot easier. Today, the federal government announced new funding for climate projects across Canada, including more ways to stay hydrated and battle extreme heat in the capital city. The CBC's Haley Ryan has more.
On a hot day in Halifax, it can be tough to find free public drinking water because there are only a couple fountains open 24/7 on the peninsula.
Things like shade and water would help us get this little girl to the park more often in the summer.
But new money will help Haligonians stay cool. On Wednesday, the federal government announced $34 million for municipalities to deliver over 100 climate adaptation projects across Canada.
Together we can and we will build safer, stronger, and more prepared communities for generations to come.
That includes about $780,000 for Halifax to install cooling stations in more than a dozen public parks. The stations will include drinking fountains and create shade.
My reaction, what took them so long to do it?
Well, how important is it to have actual public water?
Extremely important. I have to bring my water bottle with me from home, or else I'd have to go buy something. So.
Yeah.
When we're in Italy, there are fountains all over, and it's just so great to be able to bring the kids, just wipe off their food or whatever on their face, give them a quick refreshment, and then be on your way. So it would be very nice to be able to do that here.
12 other Nova Scotia communities will also see project funding. The town of Oxford will work to address flooding, while Lockport will look at redeveloping its causeway.
Over the last several years, climate impacts have harmed the lives of everyday Nova Scotians, costing them millions in damages and insurance costs. Research shows that every dollar invested in adaptation measures in Canada can save up to $15 in the long term.
The new Halifax water stations are expected to roll out over the next 3 years. Haley Ryan, CBC News, Halifax.
Jay Scotland with us tonight to talk weather on a special day. Nice shades there, Jay.
Is it over? Was the eclipse already?
Yeah,
did it already happen?
You kind of missed it, yeah.
Oh, I missed it. All right. No, I actually did get a chance to see it.
Okay.
And thankfully, from April 2024, where we had the near to total eclipse across the region, saved the glasses, the sun or solar safe glasses. So that was quite a treat today, and the weather at least cooperated. Mainly clear sky to take in the partial eclipse today. Hopefully folks were able watching to step outside this afternoon and get a chance to safely enjoy that event. We'll see a mainly clear sky this evening and overnight, but Tom, as we look ahead to tomorrow, clouds do begin to build through the morning and early afternoon. Mid to late afternoon for the HRM, earlier for the South Shore, later for folks further east. We do see not just showers, but the potential for the periods of more moderate to heavy rain with some late day thunderstorms afternoon and evening. So could be a little unsettled for your Thursday, possibly Friday too, but the weekend is looking pretty nice, and I'll be back with those details a little later with your full forecast.
That sounds great. Okay, Jay, talk then. The bail hearing for a man who allegedly made a bomb threat in downtown Halifax on Monday has been delayed again. Ali Asakari is back in Halifax Provincial Court again on Tuesday, and for the second straight day, the matter was adjourned. Asakari is charged with mischief and uttering threats after much of downtown Halifax was put under lockdown for several hours on Monday. The 54-year-old was arrested that same day after police found a suspicious vehicle in a parking garage near the U.S. consulate. Police say a propane tank and containers of flammable liquid were found inside the vehicle. Asakare is scheduled back in court on Friday morning. A man is in hospital after a shooting at a homeless encampment in Dartmouth. Halifax Regional Police responded to the shooting in Green Road Park around 2 p.m. this afternoon. Officers found a man suffering from a gunshot wound at the scene. No other details are available at this time. Green Road Park is one of 2 designated encampments for people who are homeless in the Halifax area. While the national crime rate declined last year, Nova Scotia's crime rate slightly increased, according to Statistics Canada. But despite the increase in crime volume, crime severity fell across the province. One criminologist from Dalhousie University says the marginal provincial increase isn't cause for alarm.
Your odds of experiencing crime have more to do with the block you live on and how much money you make than they do with the crime rate overall.
The bump in crime rates can be blamed on a slight rise in minor crimes like shoplifting and vandalism. Nova Scotia's provincial initiative to use modular construction for faster home building was on display today. Cranes lowered the last of the roof components to complete the assembly of modular units for the new public housing in Lower Sackville. The units are part of a bigger provincial project in incorporating modular construction where pieces of buildings are constructed off-site and then assembled together. The province says modular housing is meant to be a faster way to build public housing. These new units can house 22 families and are accessible.
These modules arrived on site and were craned into place, marking a significant milestone in the construction process. It's really not that long for this building to be standing here in front of us. It's less than a year. And in the development of 22 comfortable, deeply affordable homes for peoples and families here in Sackville, now get to call this place a new home.
The 22-unit affordable housing project began last fall. Farmers in the Maritimes are testing out Kernza. It's a trendy new perennial wheat that comes back each year. As the CBC's Nancy Russell reports, it's expected to save growers money on seed and fuel.
Kernza has been growing for the last 3 summers here at the Harrington Research Station, part of a project across the Maritimes studying the potential of the wheatgrass to grow here. Kernza is a perennial, so it comes back year after year, up to 7 years or more after it has been planted.
On the East Coast, we do grass extremely well, and really this is a what they call a dual-purpose crop, where you can actually take a cut of forage or grass or whatever, feed it to animals, and you can also harvest the grain.
Mills says that as a perennial, Kernza can also save money on seeds, plowing, and fertilizer.
And it fits in really if a potato farmer was looking to fill the gaps between the potato crops in the rotation.
Kernza also has a deep root system, and because it's a perennial, it stays in the soil, which can prevent erosion.
It ticks those boxes for keeping the soil covered, fixing carbon.
But research has shown Kernza doesn't have the kind of yields that many growers are looking for compared to traditional crops such as wheat and barley.
People have been working on it for just over 20 years now. It's not like the history that mankind has with wheat, which is about 8,000 years. So we've got a long way to go.
Kernza has attracted the attention of celebrities and chefs around the world, inspiring a new line of Kernza products. Most of the interest so far has been south of the border.
It is being used by a few artisan bakeries and things like that. It can be used to make whiskey and beer.
It's just like some of these other grains, quinoa, for example, it seemed to, once everything got sorted, it found its way into the food value chain. It's just another option for a crop that does really well in PEI.
Mills says they're going to keep growing Kernza here at the research station to see how long it will keep coming back, with the hope that some maritime growers will also decide to give it a try. Nancy Russell, CBC News, Harrington.
It has been a difficult season for wild oyster fishers in the region. Now the federal government is offering $40,000 to those who want to permanently retire their license. Two diseases, MSX and dermo, are killing oysters, but they aren't harmful to humans. The diseases have been found in Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland and Labrador. Some fishers have reported nearly 100% mortality. The buyback program is available to all wild oyster license holders, including those who fish in the spring and fall.
This is devastating for those in this sector, and it is challenging to find best options, and there's really interesting things happening, and the government continues to support in terms of hatcheries and other initiatives. And you know, it can't be government down in terms of the way forward. Those who know the sector best really need to lead the way forward, and government's here to support them.
Fishers will have to meet certain requirements to be eligible for the buyback. They'll have to show at least half of their dependency is on wild oyster landings for their fishing revenue. They'll also need to report at least $3,600 in oyster landed value. The Nova Scotia government will introduce application fees for its immigration nominee programs beginning next month. As of September the 1st, any candidates selected for assessment through the province's worker streams will be charged $1,000. The fee for the entrepreneur streams will be $2,000. There will continue to be no charge for submitting an expression of interest. A healing garden at Aberdeen Hospital is offering a peaceful retreat while honoring the site's rich medical history. The CBC's Luke Ettinger shows us how dedicated nursing alumni brought the project to life.
Patients, family, and staff at New Glasgow's Aberdeen Hospital have a new space to relax. This healing garden was created by alumni of the Aberdeen School of Nursing.
This is so beautiful.
Andrea Robertson graduated in 1961. Her daughter is also one of the more than 1,800 graduates. The school closed in 1995, almost 100 years after opening.
The nurses' residence is right actually where we are standing right now. That's no longer there.
This has really become a passion project. There are 7 of us who have met pretty well weekly over the last 6-7 years to promote this project that will stand as a memorial to the diploma schools of nursing in Nova Scotia, and in particular Aberdeen Hospital School of Nursing, of which the graduates are far and wide.
Nursing school alumni led the $140,000 project. It received support from the Hospital Foundation and multiple levels of government.
And this is a lab down here.
For years, they've chronicled the school's history in the hospital basement.
It's been a labor of love, an absolute labor of love for me. I'm the class of 76, and I'm a 25-year veteran of the Health Services branch in the Canadian Forces.
Gibson wanted a special marker for those that served from the school, including one of the first graduates, Agnes White, a nurse in World War I.
It was very, very important to me that we didn't forget the World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam nurses that did serve, and those of us that served in peacetime too.
The stone in the garden is from Wallace and was crafted into a monument by a local mason.
The lavender is chosen because it was serenity and peace, and want to have like grace for the garden. And I want to choose symbols that represented each school. And I chose the name Echoes of Healing because not only like everybody that started in this from like 1897 onward, the impact of that they had on people's lives transcends through time in ways that they don't even know. Like,
schools of nursing, radiology, and laboratory services existed on this site, where the legacy of healing is living on. Luke Ettinger, CBC News, New Glasgow.
Well, as Jay mentioned earlier, if you were outside this afternoon, you might have looked up with protective glasses, of course, to catch the partial solar eclipse. Astronomy experts at St. Mary's University in Halifax hosted a free public viewing of the eclipse today. Specially filtered solar telescopes and free eclipse glasses were made available. The eclipse was partially visible as the moon moved across part of the sun, reaching its peak near 3 p.m. Some ducks enjoying their day at Shuby Park. Jay Scotland back with your full weather forecast right after this quick break. Jay Scotland back for Ryan Snoddon again. Your full weather forecast coming up here now. And Jay, yeah, pretty nice day in Nova Scotia today.
I just was so happy to look up today and see a mainly clear sky just in time for that partial solar eclipse. You can always, well, easily time out these big celestial events. The problem is trying to forecast the weather far in advance is never an easy thing. So it was pretty good across not just Nova Scotia, but across the Maritimes. At least enjoyed a partial eclipse today. Further east, that's where that totality did occur, where the shadow of the moon worked across the Earth. That happened in 2024. I was under that shadow. That was an even cooler experience, but this was still very nice. We did see warm temperatures across the region today. We are looking at pretty quiet conditions ahead this evening and overnight, but conditions will become a bit more unsettled with some humidity in the mix tomorrow and a weak trough or front that will be working through into, for most areas, afternoon, evening. South Shore areas, as we look down towards Yarmouth, Digby, even into the mid to late morning, you could start to get into some showers and possible thunderstorms. That could bring some brief but locally heavy downpours as well. But quiet conditions across the province at the moment. We are looking at a clear sky, or mainly clear sky for most areas. And as we move through the evening and overnight hours tonight, we'll see just a few passing clouds, maybe a few areas where some patchy coastal fog does develop. But as we roll ahead into tomorrow morning, still pretty quiet conditions with a mix of sun and cloud early to mid-morning for the Halifax area. Already starting to see those clouds building, though, down into Yarmouth, even into Bridgewater, as we will be watching for those clouds to start to increase through the morning hours. You may see before noon a few showers and thunderstorms developing in that region, likely holding off until the afternoon as we look to areas further north and east, including Halifax up to Truro. Pause this around supper time. You can see those showers still working their way east into Port Hawkesbury, further east as we look towards Cape Breton. So by late afternoon, early evening, a few showers possible into the Port Hawkesbury area, but likely for you, the showers, the thunderstorms, the real potential there will be into the evening hours. So mid to late morning through evening from west to east. That'll be the path and the timing of those showers and potential thunderstorms. And where you hear a rumble of thunder, it's not going to last too long, but there could be some brief but very heavy downpours as well. As we look to Friday morning, looking at mainly cloudy sky to start the day, some fog and some drizzle, isolated showers possible through the day as well. Steadiest for northern and eastern areas. As that low departs, it will also start to usher in much cooler air, but that cooler air will be drier air, which will see conditions really clearing out. Very sunny, very comfortable weekend ahead. And you'll see that in just a moment when we get to your 7-day forecast. So for the overnight hours tonight, we are looking at, for most of mainland Nova Scotia, mainly clear sky. You may see some patchy fog forming for coastal areas tonight. And you'll start to see those clouds increasing before sunup as we look towards the South Shore region. Maybe a few passing clouds, just a bit thicker as we look towards the Northumberland shore, as well as east into Cape Breton, as you'll see your clearing trend a little bit later this evening and overnight. As we look to tomorrow, it will take a little bit later in the day before those showers arrive for more eastern areas. So this is why you're still seeing a little bit of sun and really no thunderstorm potential until we get into the evening hours, likely across Cape Breton down towards the Port Hawkesbury area, Canso. As we look back towards New Glasgow, it'll likely be a late afternoon event for you, so early in the afternoon, still a few peaks of sunshine. I do expect clouds by about 1 o'clock to start to become overcast for the HRM up towards the hub into Truro. Temperatures 25, 26 are going to feel around 30 with the humidex, and that is the fuel for the thunderstorms that will affect these areas by late afternoon through early evening. Showers could start a little bit earlier than that too. And then as we look into more southern parts of the province down towards Yarmouth, your shower potential does begin in the morning, and before noon you could be hearing some thunder boomers as well. So just a day where you'll need to be sky aware, some wet weather, but of course lightning always posing a danger, so you'll want to head indoors for the at the first sound of thunder. As the old saying goes, when thunder roars, head indoors, so you will watch for that potential late morning through evening from west to east across the province. Off and on showers, periods of rain, and a mainly cloudy sky for Friday as cooler air builds in. That makes the way for not a cool weekend, but dry, less humid air in place, meaning a lack of cloud cover with lots of sunshine for Saturday. Still a very nice temperature with a mix of sun and cloud for Sunday. Enjoy the weekend as we start the next week into a Monday with a bit more rain in the outlook. Tom?
Back to work rain. Okay, Jay, thanks so much.
Yeah.
We're back right after this. All right, welcome to Partial Solar Eclipse Day here in Halifax. We're on the campus of St. Mary's University, downtown Halifax, and lots of people gathered here to take a peek, safely take a peek at the partial eclipse. Got some folks here from West End Halifax who came down to the campus. Who are you folks?
I'm Eric, Leighton, Riley, and Ty.
Okay, interested in the celestial event for sure. What brought you out today?
Just it's such a rare event. Get to see it with other people around. What a great opportunity.
And I noticed you got the glasses with you there.
Yep.
Do you want to give me a little demonstration there? It's important to put those on and have them on to be able to view this safely, isn't it? Let's see how smart you look in those. Look up at the camera there now. Oh, yeah. See, that's a good look.
There we go.
And it keeps you safe as well, viewing it. So what makes it special for you?
Just to think about the galaxy and everything going on in the solar system. It's such a rare opportunity. Why not, enjoy it and enjoy the beautiful weather too.
Does it make you feel like you're a bit of a speck in the entire universe when you think about the big things that are happening in the sky?
It does. It does. Yes.
A little humbling for some folk, for sure. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
that very much. Let's bring in Tiffany Fields. She is with the with SMU here, and is a technician here at the observatory.
Yep.
I mean, this is a pretty impressive turnout. What is it that makes this so special for people in your mind?
So what makes it really special for me, and I think for others as well, is sharing it with so many people. I really love that we're able to gather so many people, share the eclipse glasses to view this safely. It's something that happens over such a wide area. Even though we're not seeing totality here, we get to see this partial eclipse, which is really special. It's just super neat to see the sun change in shape safely in the sky.
Okay, and tell us, what are we seeing?
Yeah, so across Nova Scotia, we are seeing a partial solar eclipse this afternoon. So the moon is covering part of the sun's disk in the sky. So the moon in the sky right now is moving to cover up part of the sun. It's going to take, here in Halifax, about 30% of the sun's disk away from what we can see in the sky. In Europe, so across Greenland, Iceland, Spain, and Portugal, they will see totality, a total solar eclipse. But we're pretty lucky to be able to experience part of this here.
Well, we in fact got the whole total eclipse experience 2 years ago, at least in parts of this region, didn't we?
We did.
How rare are eclipses?
So a total solar eclipse happens somewhere on the planet every year or two. So they're pretty rare. And you're right, the last total solar eclipse we were so lucky to see in 2024. This is the next one, so here in 2026. The next total solar eclipse is in 2027. And so they're pretty rare opportunities. For an eclipse to happen where you are and where you live, that's about a 1 in 100 years event. So here in Nova Scotia, the next one is in 2079 for a total solar eclipse. So we're enjoying the partials that we can see until then.
And you made a special effort by bringing out some technology here, some telescopes and so on, to be able to help people to enjoy it. Why do you feel that's important to do, to be able to sort of share that closer look at the eclipse, that safe look at the eclipse?
No, I think that sharing this excitement and enthusiasm and wonder with the public is so vital and so important and also so fun. I find that people tend to be really interested in space stuff, and then life kind of gets in the way. Things get busy, but there's still sort of always that wonder of what's going on in space. And so I really enjoy being able to share that with people. The telescopes give us a more close-up view of what's happening with the sun today with those safe solar filters. We're giving out eclipse glasses so that people can see the sun change shape safely. And I just love sharing that enthusiasm and wonder with people.
So the partial eclipse makes today special for sure, but in fact these next few weeks are kind of special because of the meteor shower that's happening as well. So can you combine the two celestial events and kind of explain what's happening with the showers?
Yeah, so the Perseid meteor shower peaks this evening, so overnight tonight. But it's also still good in the days before and the days after tonight, which a meteor shower is a whole bunch of shooting stars, much more than usual, visible in our nighttime sky. This one is pretty unique because since the moon is in the daytime covering the sun today, the moon won't be up in the nighttime, so the sky will be particularly dark for that meteor shower. So it's pretty special, pretty rare to have those two things line up. Later this month, on the 27th, we're going to see a lunar eclipse at nighttime. So lots of cool things.
You're pumped about this summer, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good time. We've got a lot of cool things going on.
Yeah, lots to celebrate, celestially speaking, for sure.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you taking a few moments to talk to us today. Enjoy the rest of this.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Coming up, millions across Europe gather to witness the continent's first total eclipse in 27 years. And a look at what fueled the wildfire near Summerland, BC, making it extremely volatile and dangerous.
Think you've been scammed or have information about a potential fraud? I'm Angela McIver, a reporter here at CBC Nova Scotia.
I'm here to listen to your concerns and track down answers, especially when it comes to your money.
Welcome back. A rare total solar eclipse, a first in more than a century for Spain, witnessed by millions. The moon briefly blocking the sun completely and darkening skies. The CBC's Julia Chapman witnessed the celestial event from the British capital, where 90% of the sun was obscured, with the delight of thousands gathered at Greenwich Park.
It was a really sweltering day here in London, and when the moon started to block the sun, you could really feel the temperature drop. There were lots of people gathered around with their picnic blankets, their camp chairs, and glasses like these to protect their eyes from damage, because looking at the sun directly, even during an eclipse, is incredibly dangerous. But these glasses were really difficult to get a hold of here in the UK. They were almost completely sold out online. People were really struggling to get their hands on them, and so we saw quite a lot of people with makeshift pinhole devices so they could catch a glimpse of a projection of this eclipse. And there have been people from all over London and indeed around the world gathering for a good view of this solar eclipse, including one tourist from Canada who we spoke to.
It's fun to do it with other people. Last time I jumped up and down and screamed, so I hope I won't do that this time. I don't think I will.
This was the UK's first solar eclipse since 1999. It's going to be another few decades before anyone is treated to this kind of spectacle again. But it was in Spain where people had the best views of this event. They had totality, a total eclipse in huge swathes of northern and central Spain. Around 500,000 overseas tourists were expected in the country to join millions of domestic viewers of this major event being plunged into darkness. There were also parts of Portugal, Iceland and Greenland, but in those more northern countries, the skies weren't quite as clear as here in London and down in Spain, where the full view was available. Spain is particularly lucky because this is in fact the first of 3 solar eclipses the country is going to experience in less than 3 years. There's another full eclipse this time next year in southern Spain, and in January the following year there will be an annular eclipse where the moon doesn't completely obstruct the sun. Julia Chapman, CBC News, London.
The Bald Range wildfire northwest of Summerland has become one of the most volatile fires BC has ever faced. Several factors helped fuel the fire into something almost impossible to fight. CBC meteorologist Joanna Wagstaff breaks down the science behind how that happened.
It's a wildfire scenario officials in this province say they've never seen before.
Talk about this being like a bomb going off in the Summerland region.
Here's how it happened.
The fire was first detected at 5:30 p.m. Friday, August 7th, just 15 kilometers northwest of Summerland. By 8 p.m., emergency officials began rushing out evacuation orders as the flames ripped down the hillside toward homes. And by the early hours of Saturday morning, the fast-moving front cut off main road access entirely, trapping residents in the dark and forcing emergency helicopter rescues. As of Monday morning, this fire has scorched more than 136 square kilometers, becoming one of the most challenging fires this province has ever faced.
Let's break it down. 3 distinct factors were present:
severe drought, steep terrain, and local winds. But these winds didn't come from a forecasted weather system. The fire was creating its own weather. After weeks of relentless dry heat, what started as a spark immediately transitioned from a surface fire into a high-intensity rank 5 or 6 crown fire, the absolute highest rank a wildfire can reach, making it unsafe for ground crews. This wasn't a fire you could fight.
We could have put 1,000 more helicopters, 1,000 more people on the ground, and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Look at this image. Within hours, the intense fire pushed hot air upwards fast, forming a towering pyrocumulonimbus cloud. The fire began drawing in its own oxygen, generating 60-meter-high flames and throwing out embers that sparked new spots well ahead of the main line. While many explosive fires are driven by sharp and windy cold fronts, this was different. A weak high-pressure system allowed local topography to take over. In the evening, as the high-elevation plateau to the west cooled down, that heavy cold air raced down the slopes into the valley, pushing the fire aggressively toward communities.
It's hard to predict what might happen next, but fire weather remains volatile. Joanna Wagstaff, CBC News, Vancouver.
A dire warning from the World Health Organization. It says the current Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo is on track to be the deadliest ever. And health workers in the region are overwhelmed and ill-equipped to manage the growing epidemic. CBC's Lauren Pelly has details.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, this summer's outbreak of Ebola is already the second largest on record.
And it's moving faster than any
previous Ebola outbreak.
There are now more than 4,400 known cases and over 2,000 deaths. The vast majority of infections are still within the province of Ituri. As the World Health Organization says, far more cases are not being tracked.
And until we know about and break every chain of transmission, we will not stop the outbreak.
Ongoing armed conflict and Congo's lack of infrastructure are complicating those efforts.
Right now, 60% of all new cases are dying in the community. So they're not even making it to Ebola treatment centers.
This Canadian aid worker in Congo says the virus keeps appearing in new areas that lack any awareness of how to combat this disease, while healthcare teams are struggling to build trust with communities before it's too late. She can't shake one recent memory of Ebola ravaging an entire family.
The mother had died, the father had died, the grandmother brought a child who was sick, and then the grandmother died, and so this child was left, and there was no one left in the family to be able to care for this child, and this child recovered.
There's no vaccine to protect people against this form of Ebola. Trials targeting the Bundibugyo virus are now underway in Canada and the UK. African officials also hope to start testing an existing Ebola vaccine in the weeks ahead to see just how much cross-protection it might provide. Still, experts say it could take 6 months to get the crisis under control, or, in a worst-case scenario, up to a full year. Lauren Pelly, CBC News, Toronto.
It's now more than 2 days after a massive earthquake rocked Colombia, and the search for survivors is getting desperate. But on Tuesday, rescue workers celebrated when a young woman was pulled from the rubble. The 32-year-old woman was rescued 36 hours after the quake brought down a hotel. As part of the rescue operation, crews had to dig 2 tunnels. They pumped in oxygen from above while cutting through the debris from below. The tremor was the deadliest in the country this century. More than 200 people have died and about 3,000 remain missing. An independent appeal board has ruled that 5 players from the 2018 World Junior Hockey Team violated Hockey Canada's Code of Conduct. It recommended extending suspensions for 4 of the men who were acquitted in a high-profile sexual assault case while reinstating one of them. The players had been under indefinite suspension pending the results of the review. The extended suspensions for the 4 players range from 3 months to more than 4 years. Hockey Canada says it accepted the panel's recommendations. As a result, the 4 suspended players won't be allowed to compete in events sanctioned by Hockey Canada. That includes the World Championships and the Olympics. All 5 athletes were acquitted last summer on sexual assault charges from an incident in a London, Ontario hotel room in 2018. Montreal's police chief faced a grilling at a public meeting on Tuesday. It was over allegations of racist conduct by some of his officers in the city's North End. 3 officers have been suspended. Their unit has been disbanded. The chief has issued an apology and unveiled a plan to rebuild community trust, but many Montrealers at the meeting said that's not good enough. Sarah Levitt reports.
It was a packed room with a spillover section also full. People got turned away. One after another, people went up to the microphone, sad, angry, annoyed, demanding answers about alleged racist acts against Black and Arab citizens in one of Montreal's most diverse neighborhoods. They got few answers as police cited the ongoing investigation.
Le changement sera long et difficile.
Montreal's police chief says he vows to make things right as the community confronts him over the alleged actions of 16 of his officers. Confidence in police marred by the ongoing investigation.
Outside City Hall, frustration and anger from those who couldn't get in. Others expressed some hope.
We're happy to see that something is being done, although it took other police for this to happen. Having the opportunity to talk about it, I think this is a positive change for the future.
According to Radio-Canada sources, the officers were accused of random stops based solely on ethnicity and cutting off dreadlocks, then taking them as trophies. The claims were first made public back in June after fellow officers made complaints. The news explosive to some, including the mayor.
Many Montrealers have lost confidence, and it is upon us to make sure that we are working with the SPVM to rebuild that trust.
But for some community organizers, the allegations aren't a surprise, and they say action is more important than words.
People say, look, we know this situation that exists for years. We lived it. We don't want to go back and, rehash these things. We want solutions. And when we talk about solution, we have to talk about something future-oriented, something concrete.
The police chief says some measures are already in place. Collaboration with community organizations, continued sensitivity training. He says it's important to move forward with transparency and humility. That, though, put to the test at this meeting with few answers given and some citizens feeling they didn't have a lot of time to speak. Sarah Levitt, CBC News, Montreal.
Turning to the world of cyberspace now, tech giant Meta is heading to court today in what could be its biggest legal challenge to date. If found guilty, the company could face up to $1.4 trillion in damages. 4 U.S. states accuse the company of building features it knew would hook young users. They also say the company kept children under 13 on its platforms as valuable future consumers and illegally collected their data in violation of federal law. Jury selection begins today, and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg is expected to testify during the trial. Netflix is bringing its reality TV show Love is Blind to Canada. The hit show lets strangers pair up and even date before they find out how the other person looks. Magda Gabrisalasa explains.
If you're ready to find the love of your life.
Love is Blind. It's the dating reality show that's become a cultural phenomenon worldwide. Now it's setting its sights on Canada, calling for people to apply.
So I did it right away.
The original U.S. show is 10 seasons in, all built around one question. Is love really blind? Single strangers are paired up in separate pods. They talk, they date, some even get engaged. All this before seeing each other. Now it's Canada's turn.
It's just like the toughest place to date. And I'm like, thank God it finally came here.
The show has had plenty of spin-offs. There's Love is Blind Brazil, Mexico, and Japan, to name a few. But having a Canadian version of a U.S. romance reality series comes with its challenges, says this executive producer who worked on The Bachelor Canada.
As a Canadian producer, you're often not working with the same budget and support. There's a different culture here. Even if you expect drama, in my experience, I haven't seen the same level as I would in an American version.
But Canadians on U.S. dating shows do bring the drama. They've been on shows from Too Hot to Handle to Perfect Match and The Bachelorette. The timing is right for more, says this pop culture writer.
Canada is very clearly having a moment in media and in pop culture. You know, we have a former prime minister who's dating an international pop star. We have shows like Heated Rivalry that have become really successful. It's also, makes sense that now would be the time with all of this going on that Netflix would finally make the foray into Canada for Love is Blind.
But is love truly blind, and does it last? In all, 55 couples came together on the U.S. show, but only a handful, 8, remained together. Still, romantics don't seem fazed.
I really hope I get to be part of it.
No word yet on when Love is Blind Canada will begin filming. Magda Gabrisalasa, CBC News, Toronto.
Canada's main stock index gained ground Wednesday, helped by strength in the basic materials and financial sectors, while the U.S. markets were mixed. A look at the numbers now as we head to commercial break. One last check-in with Jay Scotland in the CBC Weather Centre. You know, the partial eclipse past us now, Jay, but looking forward to what might happen tonight.
Yeah, looking at pretty clear conditions tonight, and I'm happy that we had that partial eclipse today and not tomorrow, because around that time tomorrow, we'll be looking at likely overcast conditions for most areas, showers, even periods of more moderate rain where we see isolated thunderstorms developing, and a good chance as we look through the day tomorrow, really mid to late morning for the South Shore, holding off until the evening hours for folks further east into Cape Breton, and likely through the afternoon for places in between. But temperature-wise today, it was a little warm, but not too uncomfortable or oppressive by any stretch. We'll continue to see that clear sky across most of Nova Scotia this evening and overnight tonight as well. That sky continues to further clear. You do start to see into the early morning hours a chance for some fog patches, some drizzle, even a light shower building into the Yarmouth area. And then as we look to the mid-morning, showers, thunderstorms possible for the South Shore, building east into the afternoon for more eastern areas as we look to Halifax, further east towards Sheet Harbour, and then into the late afternoon, evening, there's the showers, and later those thunder showers possible into Cape Breton. So a little unsettled through the day from west to east tomorrow, earlier for the west, later for the east, but just plan on some rain, possibly some more moderate to heavy rain if you see those thunderstorms in your part of the province. We'll start out into the Halifax area with a mix of sun and cloud in the morning, becoming overcast or at least mainly cloudy by the noon hour. The showers not likely far behind, and we'll put in not just showers, but mid to late afternoon, the risk of those thunderstorms as well. I have a 30+ K peak wind, and that's because where you see those possible thunderstorms, you could not only be looking at some heavier pockets of rain, but also some locally stronger winds as well. Lightning, of course, being the big concern. Make sure you head for cover at the first sound of thunder tomorrow, and just be sky aware for your Thursday. Friday also a little unsettled, but it's nice when it counts. The weekend shaping up to be pretty nice at this point in time.
Yeah, that is sounding pretty good for sure. Okay, Jay, thank you so much.
Anytime.
Well, this next couple met during the pandemic, fell in love, quit their day jobs, and hit the road. Then they fell in love again with the big, beautiful land known as Newfoundland and Labrador. The CBC's Leila Baudouin reports.
Finally made it to the big land, and this week we're taking on the long and lonely drive across Canada's remote Trans-Labrador Highway.
Meet traveling duo Alana McLean and Kyle Heddle, a couple who gave it all up to travel in their van.
Resets, recharges, and it's so good for the soul.
Originally from Ontario, the couple met in the early days of the pandemic.
We actually met early 2020, and our relationship kind of stemmed from, okay, how are we supposed to go on a date when everything's closed?
We
what
almost
are we supposed to do? Yeah, we almost didn't. So we're like, oh, we can go for a walk or we can go for a hike.
Forced to social distance, they rekindled a love of nature at the same time as they were getting to know each other.
That time in all of our lives, I think people had that time to sit with their thoughts.
But they didn't sit still for long. Alana and Kyle packed up their lives and their dog Diesel and have been traveling across Canada ever since. And this big, beautiful land, a destination come true.
It's been incredible so far. We love it out here. I'm about to put the drone up, and I think I'm going to fry a whole battery right here.
I actually was kind of like, oh, we'll probably just be a week in Labrador before we get to Newfoundland, and it was almost a month.
Yeah.
So we were actually sad to leave.
But they did, living the dream one place at a time.
Trans-Labrador Highway. Several hundred kilometers before we catch our ferry in Blanc.
With Kyle making these cinematic videos and Alana working remotely.
We're kind of living our golden years now, I would say.
Their advice to those looking to get their adventure on, start off small and cut your losses. Alana and Kyle can fit most things they own in this van. Leila Baudouin, CBC News, St. John's.
Well, the Chicago White Sox celebrated their most holy of devotees last night.
Look at this scene. I mean, this is the kind of season the White Sox are having. You can call it divine intervention, call it what you will. Everyone is having fun with the type of year this team is having.
40,000 Pope hats were given out during their first ever Pope Night. The event is in honor of Chicago-born Pope Leo, who was a lifelong fan of the Sox. The team only planned to give out a couple thousand hats, but was overwhelmed by the demand. First pitch was also thrown out by none. That's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.